Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. Today's grown folk conversation is about trying to pressure or force a man to marry you. We got two clips. The first clip, the first half of the clip is going to be no sound. The second half, we'll hear the actual proposal or whatever. Second clip, we don't have any music, so we'll play that in its entirety. All right, let's get with the first clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, so y'all see what she got. She got like a whole family get together. She got the kids. They got custom shirts. They made shirts. Okay, so like I said, the first half of this video has no sound, so we'll break it down. They're having a get together, an engagement party, right? Just oh boy, unaware. So they got the kids involved. That's what tripped me out. The kids got on custom made shirts. They got shirts asking this man, asking the man to marry her, asking him to be the dad. You see him scratching his head. And we almost at the point where she starts talking. So let me get the audio ready for that. But look at this. A whole get together. Everybody in the family know, except him. But check out his rejection, his response.
Not on him. We've known each other for 10 years. I wanted to know if he'd spend the rest of his life with me. Yes or no, Chris? That's it. Yes or no?
As an African man, you have to do it the proper way.
I'll go and kiss her, man. We want to see that, man. We want to see some juice, right? Let's see some juice. Tell us what you do, bro. Come on.
My whole mouth is
Oh my God. I can't wait to break that down.
After I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car. And we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave?
Yes, sir.
He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the conversation in general, though. Trying to pressure or make a man marry you. It's a whole lot of factors that play into this. But that first clip, though, they had a kid, been together for 10 years. Being with somebody 5, 10 plus years without a commitment is crazy. It's one of those things where you're trying to force somebody to change and be somebody that they're not. And we've all been there, but you have to learn. Like, you can't make a non-punctual person be punctual. You just can't. That's just how they are. And a lot of people, as they get older, they're not interested in changing. But
I'm different. Yeah,
they threw a surprise engagement party, tried to force the man to marry. And the man, first of all, he shook his head no. Then he went on to blame it on his culture. As an African man, it's got to be done the proper way. No, as somebody who lived in Africa for a whole year, no, the proper way is you get married.
You're going to learn today.
Way before being together for 10 years and a baby. As soon as that baby come in Africa, you're behind getting married. And you're going to pay that bride price. And moving on. Pressuring a man. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about us women trying to pressure a man. And I've been guilty of that. Trying to make a man do something.
I'm refusing the
motherfucking. I think it's very silly of us. I think that you can get a man who cares about you to do something for you, but it's the way you talk to him, the way you approach said man. But all in all, the number one factor is if that man values you. Does he value you? Does he see you as a wife? Because if he doesn't, you ain't gonna get nothing from him but what he may want to do or to just shut you up. Let's talk about the old ways and how we going backwards in society. Let's talk about how the old ways work. Remember how they used to say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? There's some men out here who will sleep with you, be all up inside of you, and they have no intention on marrying you. They don't see you as wife material. They're scared. They've been cheated on. They've cheated with a married woman. And so they're very hesitant and skeptical. Some are worried about divorcing you taking some of their assets. So a man has to first deem you valuable, and you have to make him see the value in you. You have to be those things that said man wants. I mean, there's a general rule of thumb, feminine. You want to mind your weight. You want to take care of your hair, your body, do some basic cooking, basic cleaning, can sew a little bit. That's the basic stuff. And then there's stuff that's that man specific. And I think a lot of women have trouble with conforming to what their man wants. We feel pressure from society. Oh, he got you in check. Or you doing what he say. He regulating you. Girl, you ain't grown. You can't do what you want to do. And that's just our culture. But we are ass backwards from the way that we should be. You should not, technically, if we're going to keep it all the way 100, you shouldn't even move in with a man if y'all not married. Because once y'all move in, it just keeps going. It goes from year 1 to year 3 to year 5. Why would he marry you? Unless he's a man of morals and values and integrity, why would he marry you? Because I'm pretty sure you're doing everything that a wife would do. You cook, you clean, you rear children, you do homework, you wash clothes, you garden possibly. I know I do. There's things that you do that are wifely duties, and you doing them for a boyfriend. And I'm not putting all the blame on women, because men do pressure us for sex, especially back in the day. I don't know how it's get y'all doing things now. I'm hearing a lot of the women are aggressive, but back in the day, men would be pressuring you for sex. Remember, you was in school, boys walking you to your class, walking you home, all the while want to fill on you and get closer and closer to actually sleeping with you. So it's on both ends. But as women, we can't force a man to marry us or deem us as wife material. You can't give a man an ultimatum and expect him to conform to y'all. First of all, he a man. You can't regulate and try to control no man in that manner. A soft answer turns away wrath. You got to be soft and delicate. I know how to talk to my husband to get what I want.
Goddamn
and I'm
right.
not saying to manipulate him either now. We being upstanding, righteous people with what I'm saying. But it's the way, the saying, you get more flies with honey than with SH. So it's a certain way you approach a man, you talk to a man. But as we continue to have these conversations and we in these spaces, it's like, where's the communication? I'm looking for marriage. Oh, I ain't looking for marriage. Then it ain't even no point y'all even being together, dealing with each other.
Nope.
Now, if somebody lies to you, then that's something different. Because people do lie and they'll tell you whatever just to get what they want to get from you. Let's talk about how we just have kids with people. We don't have conversations. A lot of us barely even know people, and we sleeping with them unprotected. And I think y'all crazy. Let me just say this. Like I said in my videos, I've been out the game for a long time, but I'm hearing a lot of people is having a lot of unprotected sex, which is crazy. Just because a woman or a man is willing to have unprotected sex, but you don't mean you should do it, fool. Don't you know they still got diseases out here? And don't tell me just because it's a health clinic or something that's your saving grace. I think it's very sad for us in our community the way these STDs be on the rise, and a STD will pop up and be rampant in some city. Just because you want a nut so bad, you're going to have unprotected sex with somebody you don't know. You'll mess around and catch something you can't get rid of. That's just beyond me. But men are men, and they've said it. If you're a woman and you're willing to have sex with them without no commitment, they're going to take it.
You're mine now. You belong to me.
Most men ain't going to pass that down because men are men. That's why we have to go back to the old days where we like, nah. I want a commitment. If you can't commit to me, you go get with that loose girl in the neighborhood.
Me so horny. You keep lying. Me love you long time.
But all in all, trying to pressure a man or force a man to do anything, in my opinion, you working backwards. The way they pinned him in that corner. The second clip, the lady who had no intentions on leaving, but you give this man an ultimatum, and then you find out he don't give a damn about you. He helped you pack your shit and told you, have a nice trip.
You're gonna learn today.
We have to vet better. We have to learn people. We have to take the time, and we have to be in good and bad situations. Look, you can't know a friend in good situations. A friend is made during the time of adversity when bad things come. That's how you know if somebody really in your corner and really down for you. Before you go just sleeping with them and making babies, having unprotected sex, and can't get a commitment out of them. We have too many single mothers in our community. And I know a lot of women don't like these conversations, and I'm not here to bash women. I'm here to have a grown folk conversation. So if you can't handle it, if it's too hot, get out the kitchen.
Get to the chopper!
I'm not here to bash nobody because I got a past too. I used to be a selfish person in relationships. I only thought about myself. It took me a long time, and I had to learn what love really was to be able to be righteous towards my husband and not always think about what I want. So I'm not trying to bash nobody. I got a past, and I would be a little more transparent, but
You better shut your
you gotta
white
be
mouth.
careful with what you say on this internet here. Plus, my husband ain't having this certain things here. You know, you gotta use discretion. But my point, ultimately, I'm trying to make is I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to say I am just because I'm not a baby mama. My point is when we see bad things that go on and continually go on, almost like an epidemic in our communities, we have to address them. And somebody has to correct women because women don't want no type of correction. And look at the situation we in as a people right now. So it ain't about bashing nobody. I didn't make these clips. These people made these clips and they uploaded it to the internet, and we having a grown folk conversation about it. You can't pressure a man to marry you. If you wife material, he will know, and he will not let you go. That man will wife you, cuff you, and value you because there's not a whole lot of wife material out here, right? We've been brainwashed. But I'm going to end this video here. I don't want it to be too long. Y'all don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.
Come on, push a button.